Greetings and salutations. Neil deGrasse Tyson has said, "The good thing about science is that it's true whether or not you believe in it." I want to start off saying I'm proud of our congregation, our church, and our denomination for believing in truth and in science. We're living in challenging times, and our church has met those challenges in a graceful and thoughtful manner. We went fully online almost at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic and have since navigated the twists and turns of ministry to the community through social media and social distancing. We also sent an early draft of a COVID-19 church reopening policy, which was purposely strict, as we would of course rather err on the side of caution when dealing with people's lives. We now have an official COVID-19 task force to deal with forming that draft into policy that is science-based, people-oriented, and empathetic to those who are suffering with the loss of community that comes with social isolation. Before we can begin thinking of reopening the church to small groups using a risk-based paradigm, we'll need to make sure we need to work with building and grounds to make sure our facility is up to the task of hosting any groups, especially in regards to sanitation and space management. The church is taking out a loan through the Small Business Administration Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program to help with retrofitting the church with touchless sinks and toilets and the installation of sanitizing stations. For safety's sake, we would need those installed before opening, even to small groups. Church policy requires us to get quotes from multiple businesses before that one can be chosen for a project. The staff in building and grounds are working on this and hope it can come to full realization soon. We'll also ask for common sense measures such as masks, temperature checks, hand washing, and social distancing. We also hope to address meetings outside the building itself, and any updates or changes in policy will be accompanied by updates to the congregation. Part of the struggle with dealing with not meeting in person is our connection to our fellow human beings has been severed. The church has to meet the spiritual needs of those who are the most isolated and alone during this pandemic. We hope to address those practical as well as deeply spiritual needs in drafting a policy that allows people to come to at some point meet in person. We cannot guarantee how soon that will be, however, as the virus dictates what we can and cannot do. We must remember the church is more than just the building. It's all the wonderful people that have created this beloved community. I've heard from members and the general public at large that we've been doing it right. We went online when we should have gone online. We are an example in this time of chaos and misinformation of how to meet adversity with intelligence, common sense, flexibility, and grace. I want us to continue in that same manner. Know that the task force is open to suggestions and input. We're here to craft policy that is smart and human and in line with our core principles. As Unitarian Universalists and members of Tennessee Valley Unitarian Church, we're moving to the future with eyes wide open, seeing that we can build community together, inside a church, outside a church, or in the realm of the virtual. The UUC task force is composed of myself, Denise Coleman, our past president, Angela Hoffman, a former public health educator, Justina Haifantis, board member and assistant dean of students at LMU and a licensed psychologist. She also oversees contact tracing of students and enforces university COVID policy. Michelle Klein, who is a member of the Tennessee Emergency Management, and Nicholas Potter, a medical laboratory executive. Also on the staff, we have Chris Bice, our minister ex officio, Catherine Loya, director of our Lifetime Religious Education, and Claudia Presley, who along with being our director of administration, is also the TVUC Knox County Health Department liaison. If you have any questions COVID related, please, you can email those to covid-taskforce-force@tvuc.org. Thank you, and may it be so.